Hello everyone, welcome back. We all love a bargain, right? Especially in the Hong Kong property market. If you see a unit in Sai Kung, spacious, quiet, surrounded by trees, selling for 30% below market price, your first instinct is to buy it immediately, but your second instinct should be to ask, why? Is it a Hongza, haunted flat? Did someone die there? Or is the Feng Shui so bad that the previous owner just wanted to escape? Today, I have a story sent in by a viewer. Let's call him Awa. He bought a retirement home for his daughter, Kelly. He thought he got the deal of a lifetime. But within 1 month, his daughter's face turned gray. She stopped eating, and at night, she heard the sound of slippers shuffling in the living room, even though she lived alone. And later in the video, I'm going to explain exactly why this happened. We'll talk about yin-yang eyes, banyan trees, and why placing a Guan Yin statue in a haunted house might actually make things worse. Let's get started. This happened a few years ago. Awa had been living in Malaysia for work, but he wanted to buy a place in Hong Kong for his daughter, Kelly. He found a listing in Sai Kung. It was a ground floor unit. Now, if you know Sai Kung, you know it's beautiful. Lots of nature, but this specific building was deep in a valley. It was surrounded by massive banyan trees. The roots were climbing up the walls. Because of the trees and the valley, the apartment got almost no sunlight. It was always dark. It was always humid. But Awa looked at the price tag and said, "I'll take it." He bought it, renovated it, and moved Kelly in. At first, everything was fine, but soon, Kelly started to change. She was a young, healthy girl, but after moving in, she was always tired. She looked pale. She told her dad on the phone, "Dad, I don't like this place. It feels crowded." "Crowded?" Awa asked. "You live alone." "I know," she said. "But at night, when I'm in bed, I hear walking. Shuff, 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 like someone wearing old plastic slippers." Awa was worried. He flew back to Hong Kong to stay with her for a few weeks, and that is when he saw it. It was a rainy night. Kelly was driving home from work. Awa was standing on the balcony waiting for her. He looked down at the parking lot. The streetlights were dim. He saw Kelly's car pull into the spot, but standing right behind the car was a man. Awa squinted. It was pouring rain. Who stands in the rain without an umbrella? The man was tall, very tall, and he was standing perfectly rigid, like a soldier. He was staring directly at the back of Kelly's head through the rear window. Kelly got out of the car and ran into the building. The man didn't move. He just watched her. When Kelly walked into the apartment, Awa grabbed her. "Did you see that guy?" Kelly looked confused. "What guy?" "The tall guy. He was standing right behind your car." Kelly shook her head. "Dad, there was no one there. The parking lot was empty." Awa felt a chill go down his spine. He knew then, this wasn't a thief. This was something else. Awa called his friend Aming. Aming is a devout Buddhist. He has what we call yin-yang eyes. He can see things normal people can't. When Aming arrived at the Sai Kung house, he stopped at the door. He looked shocked. He said, "Awa, I have been here before." Awa said, "Impossible. You've never visited." Aming shook his head. "No, I dreamt of this place a year ago. In my dream, I was standing in this exact living room, chanting scriptures for a lost soul. I didn't know it was your house until today." They walked inside. Aming closed his eyes. He walked around the flat. Finally, he stopped in the bedroom. There were two of them, Aming said. The first spirit. Inside the house, there is an old lady. She died here a long time ago. She isn't evil. She just doesn't know she is dead. She treats this place as her home. That is the shuffling sound you hear. She is just walking around her house. The second spirit. But outside is the dangerous one, the tall man. He is a wandering spirit. He followed Kelly home because her energy is weak. Aming sat down and began to chant the Great Compassion Mantra, the Bei Chou. He chanted for hours. He told Awa later. The old lady has accepted the passage. She has moved on. But the tall man, he was stubborn. I had to build a barrier to keep him out. Now let's analyze this. Why did this happen to Kelly? It wasn't just bad luck. It was a combination of Feng Shui and energy. 1. The Banyan trees, the ghost magnet. In Chinese folklore, we say, one tree can hide a ghost. Banyan trees, Rongshu, are specifically known as yin trees. Their roots hang down, reaching into the earth. They block sunlight, yang energy. This apartment was in a valley, surrounded by banyans. It was a Yin Trap, no sunlight, plus was high humidity, stagnant energy. Spirits love this environment. It's like a comfortable hotel for them. 2. The energy drain, yin versus yang. The old lady wasn't attacking Kelly, but she was dead. She was pure yin energy. Kelly is alive. She is yang energy. When a human lives with a ghost, it's like putting a battery in water. The energy leaks out. The ghost unintentionally drained Kelly's 3 fires, her protective aura. Because Kelly was weak, she became a beacon for the other ghost, the tall man outside. He saw her as an easy target. 3. The mistake with the Guanyin statue. Awa made a common mistake. When he bought the house, he put a Guanyin statue in the living room for protection. He thought, Guanyin will scare the ghosts away. Wrong. Guanyin is the goddess of mercy. She's compassionate. If you put a Guanyin statue in a haunted house and you start chanting, you are not building a fortress. You are opening a soup kitchen. The Iya ghosts see the light of the Buddha. They hear the chanting. They come closer because they want salvation. They want help. So by being religious, Awa actually attracted more attention from the spirit world. 4. Destiny, Yuan Fun. The craziest part is Aming's dream. He dreamt of the house a year before Awa bought it. This implies that everything was predestined. The old lady spirit was stuck. She prayed for help. The universe arranged for Awa to buy the house, just so he would eventually call Aming, so Aming could come and set her free. Awa and Kelly were just pawns in the ghost's journey to the afterlife. In the end, Awa sold the apartment. Even though it was clean after the ritual, the feng shui was still bad. It was still too dark, too damp. Kelly recovered her health as soon as she moved out. So, what is the lesson here? If you walk into a house and you feel cold, trust that feeling. If you see a bargain that is too good to be true, there is a reason. And if you live near banyan trees, keep your curtains open. Let the sun in, because sometimes the previous tenant never actually left. Thank you for watching. Have you ever lived in a cheap apartment where things went wrong? Let me know in the comments. See you in the dark. Bye-bye.